Okay, some people asked about this, so here we are. As you know, 5 months ago, NewJeans made headlines by declaring their exclusive contract with HYBE's sublabel ADOR null and void. And since then, they've been on an official hiatus. Even their third debut anniversary on July 22nd, which was several weeks ago, passed very quietly. No public events, just the occasional personal updates from Danielle. I heard she's been running with Park Bo-gum, a Korean actor, and Sean, who used to be a popular Korean rapper, old school rapper. But other than that, NewJeans has been quiet. Although ADOR has been working hard to upload these video contents on NewJeans YouTube channel, and it always amazes me. I'm still subscribed to this channel even though I never watch the videos. But every time I receive a notification alarm, I'm like amazed at how much these artists and groups, record and film contents in advance. And they still have contents to upload. Anyways, now, but behind the scenes, something has clearly shifted. And this is something that people have noticed on August 11th, okay? Because ADOR, it turns out, has quietly overhauled its official website. The domain has changed from ador.world to adoredition.world. And on the new site, HYBE is now listed as a sole management authority. And every single mention of NewJeans, which is the label's one and only artist, is now gone. Okay? And just days before that change, ADOR announced the end of the 2025 ADOR Boys Global Edition. Okay? They said first round passers would soon be contacted for the second in-person stage. It has come to an end. We will notify those who passed the first round of auditions about the time and location of the second in-person edition. Thank you for your interest and support. Although this edition, ADOR edition, born in 2006 or later, boys only, this particular one is an edition held throughout the year. But this one that we are looking at has come to an end when it comes to the first round of the edition. And the timing is kind of interesting, hard to ignore. As NewJeans disappears from ADOR's public website, a brand new project is already moving forward. So that gets some people to ask the question. It begs the question, is ADOR preparing for a post-NewJeans era? Now, meanwhile, ADOR has been waging a very different kind of battle, one in defense of NewJeans. So, in a year-long legal fight, ADOR secured a major victory against a YouTuber who had been sexually harassing the group through manipulated videos and very crude comments. According to news reports, between April and May 2024, the man, is the guy, ran two separate YouTube accounts, uploading more than 20 edited clips of NewJeans' performances and content. Now, the videos twisted their music and stage footage into sexual innuendos, even altering the title of their song Cookie into an explicit pun. I'm not going to talk about that. And in some cases, implied obscene acts. He also left some weird comments like, I want to make them a mother of many children. And no, I'm not going to talk about that further. Now, ADOR acted in June 2024, filing both a criminal complaint and a civil damages suit for 20 million Korean won per member, totaling 100 million Korean won. They appointed an in-house legal officer, hired outside counsel, and filed multiple briefs emphasizing the malicious nature of the content. They followed the precedent set in the HYBE versus 탈덕 수용소 case. 탈덕 수용소, aka 소장, who used to run this very infamous YouTube channel spreading rumors about Korean idols. Now, so ADOR followed the precedent and went to the U.S. federal court to request public information from Google, which operates YouTube, to uncover the offender's identity, which is a process that took over a year. And we have talked about this particular process on my channel because HYBE is very much cares about the protection of its artists from internet trolls, malicious commenters, and so on, right? And they have something called no zero tolerance policy, no leniency policy. And that also applied to NewJeans. So on June 25th, 2025, the Seoul Western District Court ruled in favor of ADOR and NewJeans, ordering the defendant to pay 5 million Korean won each to Minji, Hani, and Daniel, and 7 million Korean won each to Haerin and Hain, nearly 29 million Korean won in total. Now, the higher awards for Haerin and Hain reflected that they were minors at the time, according to these articles. So the court made it pretty clear. The acts violated public morals and social order, infringed on the members' personal rights, and caused emotional harm. And the ruling became final on July 22nd when the defendant declined to appeal. Now, some people might find it remarkable that ADOR fought this case in the middle of their own bitter contract dispute with NewJeans. And there's this particular portion within this article saying, it's sad that ADOR spent over a year tracking down the YouTuber who has spread unspeakably malicious videos and comments targeting the members, appointing an in-house legal officer, hiring outside counsel, and submitting multiple briefs to the court in the process. So yes, they worked pretty hard to protect NewJeans' IPs and to fight against these internet trolls and malicious commenters. And yeah, even as both sides, ADOR and NewJeans, prepare for their, when was it, August 14th, mediation over the contract's validity, ADOR invested significant time and resources to protect the group's dignity and intellectual property, proving that, at least here, their interests still aligned. And as I have mentioned just now, NewJeans is not an exception. This applies to all HYBE artists, and HYBE extremely cares about the protection of their artists, safety, IPs, and so on, personal rights, human rights. And yeah, they're applying the same discipline when it comes to the NewJeans case as well. Now, but breaches of privacy haven't been limited to the online world. So in December last year, a 28-year-old man broke into NewJeans' former dorm in Yongsan. Not once, but twice. Okay, he stole items such as clothes hangers and a banner and filmed the interior before posting it online. In particular, NewJeans gallery within the DC Inside Korean online community's platform. By then, the members had already moved out, having notified ADOR of their intent to terminate the contract just a month earlier. Still, the idea of someone trespassing into what had been their home, rummaging through belongings, and taking quote-unquote souvenirs was disturbing and disgusting to fans. Although these same fans tried to make it seem like it was actually HYBE and ADOR staff who trespassed past the dorm and took these photos and footage using body cams or something. Yeah, that whole thing was kind of weird. Anyways, Prosecutors sought a 10-month prison sentence. The man admitted to all charges, pleaded for leniency, and said that he wanted to care for his sick mother and pursue a civil service career. The court ultimately sentenced him to a 10 million Korean won fine, citing the lower risk of direct privacy invasion since the dorm was no longer occupied, and his cooperation with authorities and his clean criminal record. So the court made the decision at the end of last month, and this was reported by the Korean media 3 weeks ago. But still, 10 million Korean won fine is, not low at all. It's pretty high. And again, I think this shows to what extent HYBE is willing to fight to protect its artists, right? No leniency policy, zero tolerance policy. So overall, from the quiet disappearance of NewJeans' name on ADOR's site and the label's pursuit of, the new talents, and the group's ongoing legal battles, both online and offline, it's clear that we are watching two parallel stories unfold. One is about them defending their rights and dignity in the face of harassment and intrusion like this. But the other is about, this group and a label, ADOR, still fighting over the validity of the contract and potentially ADOR seeming to be looking toward the future without NewJeans. Okay? So the next chapter is just around the corner. On August 14th, both sides will face each other in mediation over the validity of NewJeans' exclusive contract with ADOR. And depending on how that meeting unfolds, it could either open the door to an eventual settlement or push the dispute further toward a full-scale trial, although I cannot picture what that settlement would look like. But for now, we'll have to see, okay? And again, one detail that makes all of this even more intriguing is the timing, right? July 2nd, ADOR wrapped up its 2025 Boys Global Edition. Shortly after, the label quietly changed its domain from adore.world to adoreedition.world, removed every mention of NewJeans, and listed HYBE as a sole management authority. And all of this happened just weeks before August 14th, which is a scheduled mediation date in ADOR and NewJeans contract dispute. And that hearing could decide, whether the exclusive contract is upheld or pushed toward a full-scale trial. So we'll have to see. Now, I'll open it to you. Where do you think this is heading? Is this website overhaul simply part of a routine updates, or is it a calculated signal, like a way of telling the world that ADOR is already pivoting to a post-NewJeans future? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But when you do write comments, as always, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.